Hello and welcome back, YouTube. Well, I had a pretty good time over here at the Royale Lounge. By the way, it is 9:26 p.m. Sunday, July 2nd, 2023, and I did have a bit of a mishap with my car shortly after I got here. I don't even want to talk about that. It's complicated. So, Obamaphone 5 is awful. Yeah. There's just, what else can I say? Obamaphone 5 is awful. So far, the only useful thing I've managed to do with it, I shot the last segment of video on it. Pretty confident I'll get that onto my vlog. But yeah, it cut me off. Just like the last UMX phone I had, it's got that stupid 10-minute limit on videos, and it just cuts the video off after 10 minutes. Oh, I need to adjust my phone doodad too. And of course I'm not gonna, oh yay, a red light, so I can stop on red and adjust this phone. This is ridiculous. Shooting on the iPhone right now. Priscilla told me she wanted to go to sleep early, and that it was like I asked her if she wanted me to come join her or let her sleep, and she said to let her sleep. So that is what it is. I'm out. I slept all afternoon, so I'm wide awake. I'm gonna be up for a while. Heading over to the Hideaway right now. There was no karaoke at Royal Lounge. I don't know. I'll talk to Joyce tomorrow, but no complaints on what the DJ was doing, and I'm not sure if it's the same guy that does karaoke on Thursday and Friday. I got a feeling it is. I talked to a couple. I spent most of the time hanging out with a woman named Connie, who I've met before. She actually remembered me from being the karaoke DJ over at the Horse and Hound. Says she grew up in Guadalupe. She's from Guadalupe. She's living in Tempe. I would imagine she's around my age. Living in Tempe most of her life. And when she was talking about that, I was like, oh, I used to live in Tempe. She's like, where? I said, Mill and Broadway. And we just started talking. And then she was telling me she lived at an apartment. I forget the side street. The one that's just north of the tracks. The side street that's just north of the tracks, but south of Apache, off of Rural. And she was talking about she lived in apartments over there, and I know that area well. I just forget the name of the street, but yeah, I started talking. We were all talking about just me DJing there, and I was like, oh yeah, I did karaoke at the Horse and Hound for years. She goes, oh. She's like, I remember you. I said, yeah. I said, and we started talking about Spanish karaoke at bars, and about the time that Eugenia, the owner of the bar, came up to me, and she's like, hey, because I had a bunch. There were nights, especially on Wednesday nights, where I would have a lot of people speaking English, but singing in Spanish. And that's, by the way, the Mexican crowd I was warned about. Pretty much everybody was speaking English there. So my only issues with I little worried about being in a language barrier situation where I can't communicate with somebody, but I have no issues with Spanish music. I fucking love Spanish music. Are you gonna stop, dude? That guy did not look like he was gonna stop. Look at this, ready to T-bone me. Yeah, no, there's a lot of music I love in Spanish, and that's just part of living in Arizona to me. And I've had a strong amount of people singing in Spanish. Like, how much it happens depends, from bar to bar, but Spanish music has been a part of my karaoke since literally I started. So In fact, one of my first karaoke gigs, I want to say it was probably my fourth karaoke gig, somewhere in there. I did a nightclub in the Papago Plaza, which now no longer exists. I mean, Papago Plaza no longer exists, but in the Papago Plaza in South Scottsdale at McDowell and Scottsdale Road. But I had a gig for several months. I don't want to say it was maybe there 4 months. Literally until the place went out of business. I showed up and the doors were locked, and that was bummed. That was a bummer. But in the place was called Club Caliente, and the owner of that bar actually gave me a substantial library of Spanish karaoke discs. Like, I had some Spanish stuff in my library from the stuff that I got from Corey the serial killer, Corey Morris. If you don't know what's up with that, I'll put a link in the description. Check that out. He's got a hell of a profile on Wikipedia. And Google and Murderpedia. Yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, I got a few Spanish discs in the stuff that I started hosting karaoke with that was left behind by the serial killer. And then I got a lot. I think his name was Arturo, if memory serves, but the owner of Club Caliente just gave me a bunch of Spanish karaoke discs, and that like boosted my stuff. And I've always maintained and updated my Spanish stuff. I've got a very, very substantial collection of Spanish. So if that's what people are wanting to sing in there, they're going to be happy. I can usually get somebody's song request in if they don't speak any English. Like, there's enough. I got enough Spanish. I can usually make that happen. As long as they know what they're singing and are capable of writing it down, which, sometimes that's an issue with people who speak English that are drunk. Just can't, I don't know who sings it. Well, if you don't know who sings it, I don't know who sings it either. And yeah, just a song title, unless it's something as obvious as the real Slim Shady. But other than that, yeah, a song title is not enough to pull up a karaoke track. I need to know who you want it, what artist you want it, the style of, and that is especially true with music in Spanish. There's a lot of songs in Spanish that have been covered by multiple people, and I'm not making any assumptions that the Vicente Fernandez version and the Juan Gabriel version are going to be the same. I need to know what artist you want to sing in the style of. If you don't know that, I can't help you. But anyway, I wanted to talk more about how god-awful Obamaphone 5 is. I did manage to get to use it as a hotspot. I'm hoping I can call Assurance Wireless and do some changes with it. I'm gonna try to call Assurance Wireless tomorrow. So I did get cut off when I was trying to explain what was going on with Manolo. Yeah, my warehouse job for tomorrow at HelloFresh has been canceled because I haven't completed my background check. I kind of half expected that bullshit, and I'm really annoyed that I probably spent over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, watching videos and going through all kinds of bullshit on the Manolo app to be ready to work at HelloFresh tomorrow. It was stuff that made me not look forward to HelloFresh. I look at it this way, like, would I want to be a full-time employee of HelloFresh? Fuck no. I hate working in refrigerated environments. Am I willing to do a few shifts until another gig opens up? At $18 an hour, yes, most definitely. So I'm determined to make it through this month and not lose my apartment, and I'm staying on the grind. I am. But yeah, Winolo is awful. But anyway, 2 more jobs did open up for tomorrow in Winolo. 2 more warehouse things. Both look to be. One just looked to be general warehouse work. The other one looked specifically to be an order picker. I did that kind of work at Amazon. I can do that kind of work. It's not my favorite, but honestly, I'd probably rather work in those warehouses than work in HelloFresh, where it seems like they're super anal about a lot of policies, and I'd have to be in a cold storage. The other jobs honestly look better, but at this point, until my background check is completed, I can't accept any gigs on Winolo. But seeing that there's 3 places looking for extra help on Winolo is giving me some giving me some hope that I can find some temporary work on Winolo and keep working, keep some income flowing. I'm still getting messages, push-through messages from WeWork, which is the app that the woman that I met a couple weeks ago here that seemed like she was really into me and then never called me back here at the Hideaway. The app she told me about. There's been a couple other things showing up on it, but what's showing up now, and it's been showing up quite a bit, and I've just kind of been leery of it because the pay is kind of crappy, and I'm not sure what all it entails, and it's not really giving a lot of information, but it's for a place called Axle Drive or Axle Hire or some shit like that, doing delivery, but it's delivery in my own car, which kind of has some issues. If the forecast wasn't so brutal for next week, I would probably be down to maybe try that for tomorrow, but I could have sworn I had a pin to open up Obamaphone 5, but it just opened without a pin. And I gotta fix that. There's a little elephant riding on the Google bar. Like, wow, let's put an extra animation on a phone that barely has enough fucking resources to function. Well, and my hotspot is still on. That's interesting. It looked like it did install. I asked it to back up from Obamaphone 3, and it just does look like it installed all my apps, so that's a good thing. I've had to delete some stuff. Oh, and this still has that newsreader that apparently I can't get rid of, but I don't know, it looks like I managed to at least get in the settings to where it opens straight to my desktop and I don't have to click through that. Now, whether it's still running in the background, harvesting data and sending it off to third parties, who knows? Probably. That's how these phones work. Yeah, Obamaphone 5 is awful. What else can I say? Oh God, what the fuck? Oh, I was gonna check the weather. Yeah, so the forecast for next week. Apparently there's not a widget on Obamaphone 5. And I'm on Obamaphone 3. Hey, I can use the iPhone. Wait, no, I'm shooting video on the iPhone right now. Alright, Obamaphone 4, I just picked that one up. That's latched onto the Wi-Fi here It's latched onto the Wi-Fi here at Hideaway. It's 111. It's saying 111 degrees right now. There's no way it's still 111. It did get up to 111 today. It was hot as hell today. If I click on that, will it get me to a current weather? I don't know. Okay, currently 102. Clear, feels like 102. Excessive heat warning. Excessive heat warning remains in effect till 8 p.m. Tuesday. What? Dangerously hot conditions. Afternoon temperatures 109 to 115. It's supposed to only get down to 87 degrees at 6 a.m. and then start getting hot. I don't know why it's not showing me any weather beyond 11 a.m. Never used Obamaphone 4 for weather. Let me check Obamaphone 3. I think it's got a weather widget on it. It's hurting for storage again. I'm doing most of my filming on Obamaphone 3 because it shoots pretty decent video. The colors aren't particularly vibrant, but other than that, it seems to shoot video better than all my other devices, including this iPhone. This iPhone just don't like to focus. I gotta clean that bird shit off my windshield. I keep seeing that in my videos and it's disgusting. Okay, it says 104, it's saying 104 degrees. And now it's saying 100 degrees, gonna get down to 86. All right, there's an option for 10-day. Yeah, so here's the forecast for this week. Monday, July 3rd, 114. Tuesday, July 4th, 112. Wednesday, 110. Thursday, 112. Friday, 112. Saturday, 111. Sunday, 112. Monday, 114. Tuesday, July 11th, 113. Yeah, when it's in the 110s, I don't think I want to be delivering whatever the hell Axel Hire delivers in the daytime with my own car. Plus, it's somewhere in Glendale. I hate how these job apps, these app-based stuff, and it's the same thing with the recruiting apps. In fact, I said I was going to kind of vent about my issue with ZipRecruiter. So they'll put in a questionnaire sometimes, like just a few basic questions they're using to screen applicants when you apply with somebody on ZipRecruiter. And one of the ones that often asks, and I'm quoting the question, it says, "Do you have reliable transportation to here?" But it doesn't say where here is. So I have no idea. I have reliable trips, and I another thing about it, I've already gone off about this. But at any rate, yeah, it's not telling me where Axel Hire is beyond Glendale, Arizona. And like where I was going to the warehouse over for Williams Sonoma, that's considered Glendale. Like I think I got it as Litchfield Park, but I've seen stuff over in that area considered as Glendale as well. And even if it is as close as, say, 43rd, and even if it is as close as, say, 43rd and Camelback, which I think is the closest corner of Glendale from here, I don't want to fucking go to Glendale. Full stop. I don't want to fucking go to Glendale. I don't. And the pay for those gigs is awful. It's saying like $80 a day for like an 8-hour day. That's bullshit pay. I might consider trying it if it wasn't so hot, but at this point I'm worried about it. You know, I'm worried that I'm probably not going to get reimbursed for gas. I'm worried that yeah, it just doesn't look like a good opportunity. Full stop. But it keeps popping up. I don't know. I might try it one of these days soon, but not this week. There's no way I'm risking doing any delivering in my car with as questionable as my radiator fan is and it being this hot and not reliable air conditioning. No. 111 in this car in the daytime delivering. No, that's torture. I'm definitely down to do nights at, you know, if they finally finish, I was told I was hired. If they get me to work at Domino's this week, I'm just gonna let them know. It's like, hey, I'm having some issue. Like, it's just my air conditioning is not very good in the daytime. I'm not down to deliver days, and I'm sure they'll be more than happy. I mean, usually with Domino's, that's their thing. They need people at night and they need people on weekend nights. And the guy that did my interview, he's the manager of the location at 68th Street in Thomas. And I would love to work with that guy. I would drive the extra, couple miles to go to his location to deliver weekend nights for extra money. That sounds great. Although I'm already spoken for. Saturday night, karaoke, Royale Lounge. Anyway, I'm heading inside. I want to sing some songs, see what Tim's up to. DJ T1000 or whatever the hell he calls himself. A few songs in here. But, yeah. Yeah, Winona let me down. Not a big shock there. Priscilla kind of let me down, but, I'm just trying to be a better boyfriend. I want her to be a better girlfriend. I'm trying to be a better boyfriend. I'm trying to make that work. But damned if I'm just going to sit at home and have no life when I'm wide awake. So, thanks for watching. And, of course, there will be more later.